Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Boy, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Hill will opt for the touchback. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And it's good to make it 14-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Bradley Pinion.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Hill will opt for the touchback.
1st and 10.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And now, Charles, this becomes a pretty important second drive for them. They're already down a pair of scores here in the first quarter.
As you noted, they're down 2 scores, and to me, they're down a possession or a service break if this were tennis, right? Because they just gave one up.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Jackson on the keeper.
Much like a running back going through the line, cornerbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Flush to his right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll be brought down. at the 48-yard line. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Forced out to his left. And he's going to... And he lost the football.
Jackson on the keeper. A fumble.
So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Jackson from the shotgun. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 26. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
6-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And down inside the 15 he goes. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
Baltimore first down.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted by the Buccaneers.
Always fun to get a peek at Tom Brady as he gets in place to command this offense for Tampa Bay.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, there it is, partner. Brady to Gronk, their first connection of the game.
You think those two often in sync?
I don't think there's any question about it. And, look, we know Gronk has a whole lot of fun, but he's deadly serious about his football, as is Tom Brady. Two great competitors, two fantastic players.
Brady now on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day. And I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it. And has given me the evil eye, folks. to throw again. Brady. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 36. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still 2nd down.
Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. After the penalty, it's Jones. Jones hit and the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Whenever we call a game that's in the snow, we have to focus a little bit more, trying to make sure we've got the right numbers on players that we're calling, right? The right guys in the game. Think about the guys on the field. Their focus has to really increase as well because so many things coming at you. You got to make sure that you're really locked in on taking care of the ball.
Or if you don't, you cough it up like they did right there. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 38. He'll give this one to Ingram to start things out. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Ravens nothing.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Baltimore Ravens. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
10 at the 19-yard line.
This is Ingram. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here's Jackson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, and his pass is intercepted. Oh, Davis lost it. It's loose.
Davis.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run here with Ingram. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. One man in the backfield, that's Ingram on 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram taking it in. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. Now, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So, in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Going to air it out deep for Gronkowski. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
The Buccaneer first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Keeps himself upright. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Calais Campbell. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
13 yards. It's 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Ndamukong Suh able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson flushed out right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up at halftime while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box. We'll be sending you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
6-yard line.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. This will be caught at about the 5. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and run. Ingram. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Justin Tucker lining up for the...
I feel like I'm back in school. What was that book, you know? It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. This has been a tale of 2 quarters so far. They trailed 14-0 after 1. How about the rally we've been watching?
Yeah, a couple of touchdowns. PAT here to tie it up. This is a good ball game all of a sudden.
The kick in.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drive goes... Eight plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Again, we see Tom Brady and the Bucs set to take over. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting the lead. So you're not playing that way. you got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Airing this one out for Evans. He's got a man. Complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them.
And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
You know they pay me extra.
He's at the 40, the 20, 10. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air-conditioned.
No phones?
None.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return, Dare Ogunbowale. Now a hit and a loose football.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the receiving team.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And the Ravens have got it.
Lamar Jackson sacked. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. On the return, Ogunbowale.
Dare Ogunbowale on the return. The Bucs take over 1st and 10.
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Brady now on first down. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 44 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
The 9-yard line. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now Jones. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Throwing now is Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Jones. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Ronald Jones, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 26. A 5-yard pickup on the play.
And they'll go again to Jones. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
Here we go on 4th down now with Brady. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out.
They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Ravens will add on to their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Now Jackson. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish it.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the two-point conversion. They'll try and run with Ingram. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for two is snuffed out. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fields this way up at the 17.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Shotgun now for Brady. He's got his running back, LaShawn McCoy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, Buccaneers.
To throw is Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 36 yards on the play. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And McCoy loses the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. They'll roll him out right. It's complete to Brown, right side. 7 yards, the pickup there. On 2nd down, it's Ingram. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something?
Rush coming, and he's taken down. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Tackled back at the 41-yard line.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, he's going to find his tight end Boyle.
Jackson's pass.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jason Pierre-Paul able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
Jackson's pass intercepted by the Buccaneers.
I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
So after the INT, it's Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Brady's pass.
Chris Godwin, 41 yards. And the interception by the Bucs D leads to a touchdown. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
33.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
On the return, the Ravens take over 1st and 10.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 46-yard line.
On 2nd down now. It's Ingram, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Jackson looking to throw on third. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
He'll buy some time right. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 23 yards on the play.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Ravens will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Conversion is successful. That makes the score.
So they elect to pass there on the two-point try. Sometimes can prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
This is taken way up at the 25.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The attention shifting back to Chris Godwin and the rest of the Tampa offense.
They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good, too.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
And this is a situation where defensively, Brandon, you're going to be so excited. It's getting late. You've got the lead. No reason to not just pin your ears back and go. Bring the pressure. And here they hit him as he's releasing the football, and that's going to help lead to the interception.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Now Ingram, he's been busy today. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. To throw is Jackson. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of the...
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown as the Ravens push further out in front.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown and teams that look like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing over your permit. 6 figures every
So now once again, the Ravens will go for 2. Jackson. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit.
47.
But going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you leaned back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just said, well, my kicker's hurting this one. No. Okay.
At their own 22-yard line.
Tom Brady leads the offense out. For their next possession. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory, like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one.
48 to Mike.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
On the coverage.
Throwing again. Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 27. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
Jackson going to run. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. He hits Gronkowski on the out route, and he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18.
brought down.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Pickup on the play.
Now Brady.
First down.
He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Brady's throw there complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Tackled back at the 33-yard line.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
And a 20th carry now for Ingram. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up
Jackson.
And a yard.
Rolling to his right. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. So once more, the Ravens will come to the line here and go for the 2-point try. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From way up at the 23. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo
exactly.
Going. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Second down.
After the sack on first down, Brady looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
3rd down.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Incomplete. Coverage there by Earl Thomas.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
We got 3. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. We're out.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. It's caught. Jones. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Again, it's Brady. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Offense.
So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Today's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually